Welcome back again to the same tutorial we were just solving, Chapter 8, Strings in Object-Oriented Programming. So this is third question. Write a program that prompts the user to enter the date in the following format, month, dot, day, dot, year. The program should display the date as follows: month, let's say December for example, or November, or January, May, whatever. Then following space day, then comma, then year. So this is the way we would like to have it. We need to change the numerical format of the date, like we are providing, or the user is providing, to this format. Let's go directly to the Python and create a solution for this question. Okay. Let's say date formatting example. Now we create the main as usual, and then in the main what we need to do is we need to receive the date, and that's a string. So we tell the user, we prompt the user what to enter. So let's say date equals input enter the date as follows. Let's say month dot day dot year. And this is quite familiar with most of us. We are familiar with it. So we receive the date. So now the date is a string. In this string we have three components separated by two dots. How about if we convert it to a list? We can do that. This is possible. So let's say D for the date equals date dot split based on what? So we're splitting the string date based on these separators, the dots. So we will get the first element in the list, D, as month, the second element as day, the third element as year. Okay, so we have to provide the separator. This is the character that separates the string. So we have a list with three elements: month first, then day, then year. Okay, so now we need to convert the month to names, not just numerical values. So in that case, what we are going to do is we need to write, we can use a list to do that. Let's say month equals, let's create a list, and this is easy actually. We provide all the strings in this list. So we start by the first, January, then February, then March, then April. Let's go a new line so that will be more readable for us. May, then June, July, August, we can have it here, no problem, September, and a new line, October, okay, then November, then December. Oh, okay. I hope I have no typo. Seems not. Okay. So now we have these 12 months inside the list, starting by index 0. So index 0 for first month, index 1 for second month, and you move on. Well, now we have day, month, year. We have month, day, year inside D. Okay, so we need to match. The first thing we need to match is we need to get the month. Okay, let's refer to the month by M. That's equal to what? Okay, look, the month entered by the user is in the numerical form. That means from 1 to 12 inclusively. So from 1 to 12, what we can have is one of these months, any, and then we can match it with one of those. Okay, so now what I can do is I will try to do this. Initially, I will convert this month to an integer. And as I said, now we have in this D, the first index belongs to month, here. Then the second index belongs to day, third index belongs to year. So the first index of this list, so D0, is referring or is actually representing the month. So I got the numerical value of the month, 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. Now I can get it in terms of a string. Well, I can update M. I can in Python it's possible. We can change the data type of any variable. It's possible. We just reference it again. So what I'm going to do is I will say month and try to match what? Now let's say the user is entering something like this here. 1, let's say 10, 2020, for example. 1st of October. And no, that's a date to come, maybe. Well, let's say today's date is the 4th of, the 10th of April. So we think about this month is April 4, and the day is 10, and the year is 2020. Okay, so here we have April 4. So the user will enter 4. Okay, it matches what? 0, 1, 2, 3. Index 3. Well, does it make any sense? So 4, 3. 4 minus 1 is 3. So what we are going to do is M minus 1. Why? Because here we don't say month 0, month 1, month 2. We say month 1, referring to January, month 2, February, month 3, March, etc. If you don't like this, if you want to get it directly straight away, what you can do is you can just provide an empty string here. I personally wouldn't prefer this kind of solution. We can provide just a null here. So this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4 until 12. If you like this, go for it. I personally wouldn't prefer it. I would prefer to do this. This is more suitable for me. So I got M as a string, whatever the month is, from 1 to 12 inclusive. And then what we are going to do, now I have a string, a full string to be displayed, the month, day, comma, year. Okay, let's say month, day, year equals. I can compose it. It's easy. We can concatenate strings. Now we have the month in the form of character or string, series of characters or a string. Then what we can do is month M plus space. So another string plus. So we are concatenating the day. So the day we got it from where? This is the date. The second element in this list, day 1, is exactly the day, and then we add here, or we concatenate a comma with some space, and then the year. So what is the year? The third index of the date. So first index is here. It belongs to the month. We converted it to integer, and then we got the month in terms of string, or the character or series of characters value. Then we concatenated all of them, so the display will be much easier in this case. So we print directly month, day, year. Okay, let's exit and call them in. Let me just say this remark, or this note. We may get a problem here while converting this value, or this index of the list, to an integer. Why? Because it may not be integer. We assume that it is integer, but in some case maybe the user mistakenly entered it, so it may raise an exception. You can use try and except. For the time being I will not include it, because we try to limit the time of the session. So we will just run directly and see the outcome. Okay, so let's just do the exact date that we have today. We have our date today, month 4 dot day 10, the year 2020. Let's see, we're April 10, 2020. Well, this is exactly what we are looking for, and that is the idea of the question and how we can manipulate it. As I said, if you are not interested in having 0, 1, 2, you can just add or insert an empty string here, and you don't have to do this. Oh, we can do it. It's not really difficult. Let me just do it now so that you see how things will go. So now I will not do this step. I will just work with no problem. Let me run. Let's do exactly what we did. 4.10.2020. That's it. So it's up to you. It's a way of customization. It depends on how you like to have this kind of scenario. If you want to reference it exactly by its value, the value that the user will enter it, or just subtract 1 from it and get the value to the correct index, it's up to you. So either way, it's correct. Okay. And this is the end of this question. Let's create another video for the next question. Until then, have a good time. Goodbye.